Happy Tuesday, everyone. I thought I would come here live and share with you where I'm at. I have 48 hours here in 3 minutes since I started fasting. This is the second time that I've done a water fast. 72 hours is the goal. So tomorrow I'll eat at 2 p.m. So I'm at my 48 hour right now. And so I wanted to just genuinely share with you how I'm feeling, the things that have been transpiring. I just came back from actually a massage. See if you can see my forehead, you know, where you put your head down there. And because my body really, this morning, I started feeling aches, like just tightness all around. And it was really amazing. I had deep tissue here in Lake Oswego. If anyone wants a recommendation, he's amazing. Strong hands, like super deep tissue. And I just noticed that all along, you know, today has been a lot of awareness about the body needing to have extra care. I'm pretty good, I think, overall in taking care of myself, of my body. But the body truly does need. I mean, imagine this machine that we carry with us. It needs to have that care, that maintenance, and so So that has been a big thing today. Is just that awareness. Oh, by the way, I actually, in other fasts that I've done, so I do intermittent fasting. I've been doing that for about 2 years now, and done other forms of fasting mimicking diets like Prolong. But the very first time I did an actually extended fast, I worked up to it. So I don't recommend you doing this if you haven't had. If you haven't prepped your body for it, you know, so doing intermittent fasting, keep extending the periods. So, you know, because it can be very, very uncomfortable, and you know, people that I say, even my daughter's like, oh, why are you doing that again? Like, is it healthy? And of course it is very healthy. Otherwise I wouldn't be doing it. But my friend Lynn Wilshire is also a big inspiration for me. This time around, we happened to she started her fast, and I was waiting for the timing in my month to do it, because that's also very important, to be mindful of women here, like our periods, to do it at the right time. You need that energy. You need to be able to, you know, sustain a long fast. But my friend Lynn just happened to be doing it right at the same time when I was thinking of doing it, which also coincided with the new moon, which is, for me, is always very symbolic, but it's also an eclipse new moon, but very symbolic about starting new things, starting fresh, setting intentions. So to me, this fast not only symbolizes myself physically resetting, detoxing, just coming to a new, you know, my cells are regenerating. Right now, I'm in the state of autophagy, something like that. My body's creating new cells. And so and also detoxing as well. So but Lynn, actually, she's doing a 7-day dry fast, which is no water, no food. That's next level. You know, perhaps it maybe next year I might experiment with that. I'll have to find the right time to do it. But I think that these practices truly put you in touch deeply. It's not only a physical thing for health. It's also a very deeply spiritual practice. We know that, you know, the scenes where Jesus came from, they practice this. I think that more people need to be aware of the importance of fasting as in not only the physical benefits, but the spiritual benefits as well. But I think mainly, I mean, well, they're all very important, but I think that, listening to Lynn, who has gone through health challenges, like I'll let her share, but I don't know. But yeah, she's healed herself from very intense health challenges, and fasting is a big part of it. And but it makes sense when we look into it and we learn about it, and take it as something important, as an important practice. You start learning about it. Makes sense. Our body knows how to regenerate itself. And so, but knowing how to do it is very important, and just including working yourself up towards it. I'm doing water fast, so I am integrating minerals in this is all I've been drinking. I have another case of it, and so it's important to prepare yourself. So tomorrow will be my last, I'll complete my 72 hours at 2 p.m. and I will gently reintroduce food. But man, I'm telling you, it not eating really enhances all your senses. I have, just thinking about food and thinking about the deliciousness of every bite. I mean, I see food and I'm like, that's delicious. Like, there's an appreciation for good food. In my case, I love good quality food, and so there is a pause that one must learns to make, because you're very mindful, very aware of what's going in, what will be reintroduced to my body. I'm going to be very, very careful, as I generally am, about what I intake, what goes into my body, but fasting really just reminds you ever so poignantly of the importance of what you're putting into your body. So it does become this practice of your body is a temple. It's what we carry with us everywhere. And so taking care of it is our job. Nobody's telling me to do this. Nobody is forcing me to not eat. I'm doing it because I am conscientious about my health. I value longevity. I value vitality, and I know fasting is an important part of a lifestyle that goes along with having a long, healthy, strong, vital life. And that's what I want. And so, if you look at it at the big scheme of things, I mean, we have 365 days a year, 72 hours. Well, this is my second round, so it'll be 6 days out of the 365 that I actually do eat. If I did it only twice a year, it's nothing. It's nothing compared to the benefits that I'm doing right now. So, and then, wow, I went to the massage today. It was something that I was called to do. I had time in my schedule. That's why I love working for myself and having the flexibility. I had my 2 calls in the morning. I'll have another 2 this afternoon, a little bit later. And but I was able to fit a massage in, which was such a treat. I called this morning and they were like, yes, we can see you at noon. Perfect. And but that was my body, me listening to what my body needed. And so I got into getting this massage, which, our lymphatic, I truly do feel like it's accelerating my my detox process. Like that, just like that deep tissue throughout my whole system. My back was super tight. I mean, I work out, I lift weights, I run, and so obviously, there was tension in the body. So just to end this live, I wanted to share just genuinely how things are going for me, and hopefully encourage you to make a shift in your health. Perhaps introduce some intermittent fasting. That's not what I do for work, you know that, but I genuinely care about my mental, physical, emotional health, and emotional health is what I help people with. But I also need to seek balance, of course, myself, and along the emotional balance, I am extremely excited about the Beyond the Veil retreat coming up here at the end of October. And it is so, like when we think about detoxing, letting go, resetting, creating a new vision for yourself, it's very similar to fasting, to detoxing, to like resetting yourself. In the emotional realm, like, it's tied to the spiritual. When was the last time that you sat and contemplated, what have you been doing so far in your life up until now? And where are you going? What are your intentions? What maybe changes you need to make? What detox do you have to do in your mental space, in your emotional space, in your decisions, in the letting go of things, of people, of habits that you no longer want with you, and then setting clear intentions for what you see in your life. I love this time of year because it is that time of death and rebirth. I mean, if we look at the natural cycle of life, of our seasons, there's the seasons that end, the seasons that take us into introspection, like the fall season, and then and we go into the darkest, the winter time. So unless you're in Australia, but there's definitely shifts in seasons. But this time, there's a reason why Day of the Dead and Halloween. But for me, Day of the Dead is the best symbolic tradition and celebration that goes with this. We die, we can die, we let our old self die, and then create a new, and then have perspective of where are we going in our life journey. What decisions, what habits, what things can we introduce to ensure that we're on our path? But, having a time, setting a time to reflect on this, sometimes requires us detaching from our lives and just going into a retreat. So that's what the Beyond the Veil retreat is about. And it goes with the celebration of Day of the Dead. We are honoring those who have passed, maybe those that are part of our lineage, who have given us gifts, and honoring them, their life, and also reflecting on the life that we are creating now and how we want to be remembered. So those are the themes for the Beyond the Veil retreat. I would love for you to join. And you can send me a message or look at, I have somewhere along here you can find a bit more information, but feel free to reach out. I'd love to welcome you there. What I always ponder and think about, this is something that I've decided to do, and just like the other my retreat in February this year, the Return to the Heart, what happens at retreat really is beyond what I have control of. So the space is there, the time is there, then, and the intention is there. Who is meant to be there will be there. And what is to unfold is beyond my control. The intention is there, the space is there, the setting is there. Now, there is a higher intelligence that always is caring, and we just allow to be delighted and surprised. So I'm very excited for it, and I'm very excited for the people that will be there to share this moment with, this time. All right, everyone, have a beautiful rest of your Tuesday. I'm going to go back to just water, and I'll check in tomorrow and let you know how my 72-hour fast went and how I did not die. Maybe a lot of toxins were released and a lot of mental clarity will have come. All right. Have a great rest of your Tuesday. Bye for now.